What is the difference between wolves and wolverines? Sometimes animal names are pretty similar, and in some cases these similarities can result in some confusion. From koala bears and actual bears to jaguarundis and actual jaguars, the animal kingdom has several such cases. In today's video, we're going to focus on two iconic and similarly named mammals, the wolf and the wolverine. What is the relationship between the two animals? Are they even related at all? And ultimately, what are some of the differences to look out for when trying to figure out which is which? Let's take a look, shall we? Wolves. Historically, the term wolf has been used to describe wild dogs larger than foxes, jackals, and coyotes, though coyotes are also labeled as wolves by folks who don't really worry about semantics and nomenclature. Extinct canids like Enochion, also known as the dire wolf, are among the prehistoric creatures classified as wolves. Today, the term generally refers to the gray wolf, aka Canis lupus, and its considerable subspecies. Interestingly, all domestic dogs are descendants of the gray wolf, meaning your golden doodle, Jack Russell, or Rottweiler is technically a wolf too. The earliest roots of the word wolf trace back to Proto-Indo-European languages. Etymologists believe the word then evolved into the Latin term lupus and later into the Germanic vulfus. The rise of Old English saw the word transform to wolf, and eventually the U was replaced with an O in modern times. Of course, wolves are members of the dog family, Canidae. In fact, they are the largest wild members of this family. Canidae is in turn part of the Carnivora order, which explains the wolf's renowned predatory habits. Wolves are highly successful hunters and often enjoy apex predator status across much of their home range. They go after everything from insects to elk, moose, and bison. Scavenging is also a common source of food, and they are more than capable of driving other predators from kills, especially when they are in numbers. Wild wolves are primarily found in the northern hemisphere, though Australia's dingo is a notable exception. They are significant cultural animals throughout North America, Europe, Asia, and other places. As you already know, domestic dogs are found all over the world and are perhaps humanity's oldest and most common animal companions. They have lived, worked, and played alongside us for at least 14,000 years. Man's best friend indeed. These animals are naturally inclined toward companionship. In the wild, wolves are usually social and live in groups called packs. Each pack is hierarchical, with an alpha male and female leading in most aspects of life. This couple usually has the exclusive right to breed as well. Wolf packs are territorial and safeguard their domains against neighboring packs and wandering nomads. Lone wolves are often exiled maturing young males, deposed alpha wolves, or other survivors of hostile pack takeovers, or human hunters. The wolf is arguably the livestock rancher's oldest enemy, and farmers are seldom slow to go on the offensive, especially in places without strong conservation enforcement. Guns, guard dogs, pointy weapons, and traps are the usual tactics of choice, along with rampant habitat destruction, of course. Humans have almost literally blown the big bad wolf's house down to create farmland, towns, and infrastructure. Winter is also brutal on old, injured, or sickly individuals who can't keep up with the pursuit of slim pickings. The wild is also teeming with other killers. Jungle cats like the mountain lion in North America, or the tigers and leopards of Asia, or the bears in Europe and America. All of these predators are rivals for typical prey animals, as well as direct threats to both adult and young wolves. Luckily, wolf packs are no pushovers. They can't afford to be. With as many as 30 wolves or more, a pack can be an untouchable entity that can drive off the meanest cat or bear and bring down the biggest game. Wolves' hunting strategy is incredibly flexible depending on the prey and situation. Large prey like deer or bison are usually run down thanks to the lupine canid's incredible endurance. They harass and harry, nip and bite at their victims until the animal is simply too exhausted to run any further. Especially large prey like bison usually die from being eaten alive, which is a sad way to go. Of course, wolves are also strong individually. When alone or in small groups, They rely on opportunism. Small burrowing critters like voles, prairie dogs, and rabbits require stealth, speed, and timing. Prey like moose or bison calves with angry defensive mothers require timing, patience, and luck. Wolf size ranges from 41 to 63 inches in body length, with a maximum shoulder height of 33 inches. The tail can add as much as 20 inches. The average weight is 88 pounds, but they can be as big as 175 pounds. Males are generally 5 to 10 pounds heavier than females of the same population. Wolverines. The relatively private wolverine is a famous little critter these days, thanks in part to the legendary X-Men character of the same name. Like the no-nonsense superhero, the real Wolverine has never been one to shy away from unwinnable odds. Known to taxonomists as gulo, the wolverine is not related to wolves or any other canid. Instead, it is classified in the carnivoran family of Mustelidae, better known as the weasel family. This group includes badgers, weasels, otters, polecats, martens, and a few other feisty little to medium-sized underdogs, or underweasels in this case. Genetic studies have shown that wolverines share recent common ancestry with martens and teiras. Like the wolf, though, the wolverine is also the biggest member of its family, at least on land. It is a shaggy creature with rusty brown fur hiding its robust and muscly build. The body is about 26 to 43 inches long, with the tail adding up to 10 more inches. Shoulder height is between 14 and 18 inches, while weight ranges between 18 and 40 pounds. Again, males are larger, but size differences between the sexes can be much more drastic in wolverines than in wolves. The word wolverine has murky origins. Old English speakers called the animal a wolverine, a word that suggests it was regarded to be a little wolf. The scientific name gulo is Latin for glutton. The animal first showed up in Eurasia, and today we have at least two subspecies, the Old World wolverine and the New World wolverine. Some taxonomists argue for more subspecies, listing various traits and behaviors to back their claims. Distribution is throughout the northern parts of North America, Scandinavia, and Siberia. Wolverines favor woodland forests so they can climb trees for food and safety. Trees even allow them to pounce on unsuspecting prey like deer and even small bears from above. They are highly adaptable and are even strong swimmers that catch salmon and other aquatic cuisine. It is a highly opportunistic predator that pretty much eats anything it can overpower and kill. In fact, it can even kill animals it can't overpower, thanks to its combination of cunning, ferocity, and deceptive athleticism. Grubs, rodents, birds, eggs, fish, and large mammals like sheep or goats. Despite their ferocity and athletic skills, wolverines still have a reputation for being grubby scavengers, the exact opposite of the wolf's reputation as a noble hunter. In reality, though, both animals can be as noble and as grubby as the situation requires. Perhaps the wolverine is a victim of perception bias, as the wolf does look like a more natural hunting machine on the surface. Wolverines' trusty noses usually guide their course towards food, and their opportunism is a vital trait, especially when you remember that they don't have a whole pack to back them up on the hunt. Like many mustelids, wolverines are generally solitary outside of breeding windows, though adults are tolerant of their grown offspring within their territories. That said, tolerant is not the word you'd usually use when it comes to a wolverine's neighborly relations. Territories are demarcated using secretions from the animal's anal glands. These skunky smells serve as both warnings for rivals and sexual signaling for potential mates. Male wolverines may have large territories that overlap with numerous female territories, allowing them to sire several litters at a time. Baby wolverines, or kits, are born in litters of 2 or 3 to largely single moms, with dad being an infrequent visitor. Though male wolverines do bring treats to their little families when the pickings are good. They grow fast and furious, reaching full-grown size within 12 months. These young wolverines are as voracious and ferocious as their parents, and sibling rivalry has been known to turn deadly.